Fox Sports.
We are the Fourth. We are Southwest.
After the most successful homestand of the season, you'd think your Rangers wouldn't want to leave. But as the team with the second best away record in baseball, these guys are ready for the road. The challenge is immediate as they begin their trip in Kansas City, the home of the reigning American League champion Royals. The series begins with Chichi Gonzalez looking to follow up on one of the most exciting debuts in team history. From the city of fountains, the Rangers and the Royals are coming up next. Texas Rangers baseball is presented by AT&T UVerse TV. Well, a sellout crowd filling up Kauffman Stadium here tonight. It's the first of three as the Rangers hit the road. They stop in Kansas City to take on the Kansas City Royals, the reigning American League champions. And welcome in, everyone, along with Tom Greaves, Steve Busby. Delighted you could join us on this Friday night of Ranger baseball, the first of six away from home. And tonight, a challenge for them. And the Rangers have one of the young guys that we talked about, Chichi Gonzalez, on the mound, Tom.
You know, Buzz, in the pregame show, we were talking about the importance of having depth in your farm system. Throughout the course of a season, you need to draw on it. Chichi got a start in Texas against the Red Sox, and it was a terrific start. He took a no-hitter into the sixth inning, didn't give up a run in 5 2/3. The Rangers get a big win. What a nice shot in the arm that was. Tonight he gets his first road start against one of the best teams in baseball, the Kansas City Royals, in front of a full house in Kansas City. Should be just as exciting for him as his first start in Texas was.
He certainly lived up to the advanced billing. Pitching prodigy. He'll be opposing a past pitching prodigy for the Rangers, and that was Edinson Volquez. There's Chichi Gonzalez getting ready in the bullpen. So Gonzalez and Volquez getting set to match up here. Game one of this three-game weekend series. We'll have the starting lineups in the first pitch after more of our pregame show right after this. Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Visit your Texas Ford dealer now for great deals on America's best-selling brand. Ford is the best in Texas. By AT&T UVerse TV. UVerse has more live TV channels on the go than cable. By Budweiser. Make a plan to make it home. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. A great night here in Kansas City. The rain has departed the area. Should be able to get this ball game in with no problem at all. Before we get things underway, let's head down and check in with John Radigan.
Hey, Buzz, Shin-Soo Choo has 55 hits here at Kauffman Stadium. If that sounds like a lot, it is. It's 55 hits in 156 at-bats. He says part of the reason is because he has played here so often over the course of his career.
I think I have a more better number against Kansas City, I think. Not just ballpark, but yeah, I knew because I faced long time these pitchers, still pretty much the same starting pitchers, rotation, same bullpen. So I think that's more help for me. Now I know the pitcher.
That 353 average, fifth all-time among players with 150 at-bats or more. You know who's number one on that list with a 370 batting average? Adrian Beltre. On the disabled list tonight, though. We'll find out who the starters are when we show you the lineup and bring you the first pitch. It's the Rangers and the Royals from Kauffman Stadium, and it's coming your way next on Fox Sports Southwest.
Series, and Tom's going to tell you about the Southwest Airlines Texas Rangers starting lineup.
Rangers will again start with left fielder Delino DeShields. Shin-Soo Choo, fresh off a game-winning hit in last night's ball game, plays right. The DH is Prince Fielder, followed by the first baseman, Mitch Moreland. Joey Gallo bats fifth at third base. Elvis Andrus, the shortstop, is batting sixth. In center field and batting seventh is Leonis Martin. The catcher is Robinson Chirinos, and batting ninth, the second baseman, Hanser Alberto.
And that Ranger lineup is charged with the task of facing Edinson Volquez, former Ranger pitching great in the minor league system. Volquez still can be a power pitcher. He has suffered arm problems off and on the last several years, but signed a long-term free agent deal with the Royals in the offseason. Has a great sinking fastball and a power changeup. When he's going, he really can rush the ball to home plate with great movement. And that changeup is a swing and miss pitch for him. And we'll take a look at the Royals defense, and we'll back up Edinson Volquez tonight. Outfield with Alex Gordon in left, Lorenzo Cain in center. Alex Rios, who we didn't see in Arlington, is back in right field. Eric Hosmer at first, Omar Infante and Alcides Escobar up the middle. Mike Moustakas at third base. Salvador Perez is catching. And Edinson Volquez, the big right-hander on the hill, making his 11th start of the year. He's a 31-year-old. Came up through the Ranger system, and he was part of that DVD trio that the Rangers so highly touted about 8 or 9 years ago in the minor league system. It was Thomas Diamond and Edinson Volquez and John Danks. All got to, if I remember right, they all got to AAA about the same time, or AA, and then AAA. And then, of course, the changes, Danks being traded away, and Volquez suffering some arm problems. He eventually got traded over to Cincinnati, and that was the deal that brought Josh Hamilton to the Rangers. So ready to get things underway. Rangers come in tied for second with the Los Angeles Angels. They both are 5.5 games behind the Houston Astros in the division. Rangers 17-11 on the road this year. That's the second best record that there is in baseball away from home. They have won 7 of their last 10 ball games overall. And you go back on just the road side of things, 8 of 10, 13 of 17 in the win column for the Rangers. 1 ball, no strike. Delino DeShields, a .291 hitter to start things off. DeShields, no home runs, 11 driven in for the American League Rookie Player of the Month. May, a great month for Delino. Hit almost 300. But he was the spark plug the Rangers have been looking for at the top of that order and getting on base consistently. How about the 4 games that he had against Kansas City down in Arlington? .545 batting average. Created all kinds of problems for Kansas City. 2-0 pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Now the Royals and Rangers split that 4-game series down in Arlington. And there's a drive to right center field. Cain in a hurry. He dives. Can't get it. It's by him. It's going to be a lot. Around second, headed for third is DeShields. And he will stop there with a stand-up triple. And he is at it again.
Cain had a decision to make. He made the decision to go for the ball. He thought he could get to it. Looked like it might have been slicing away from him just enough so that even with that 100% effort, he came up a little bit short. And as soon as the ball skipped by him, you knew it was going to be a triple. There was nothing Alex Rios could do to prevent Delino from going all the way around to third base. He got to it before it got to the wall. But Delino smoothly going around second. I haven't seen anybody cut the corners better than he does.
Oh, he is really good at that. I thought for a second that was going to get to the wall, and he had a chance for 4.
Yeah.
No. DeShields at third. Now a ground ball to second with the infield back. Chu gets the run home, and the Rangers take a 1-0 lead. DeShields scores. And it is 1-0 Texas as Chu drives in his 27th run of the year. A little situational hitting for Shin-Soo Choo. Seeing that infield back and just putting the ball in play up the middle.
Well, Cain makes a great effort, but probably would have been better served catching it on a hop and maybe holding Delino to a single. Came up short by about 1.5 feet. Can't fault the effort, though. Went all out for it.
Prince Fielder up there now with the bases empty. That .358 average for Fielder. That's best in the American League and second best in all of baseball. D. Gordon 10 points higher. That ball's hammered to center. Going back is Cain, drifting back near the track and makes the catch. That had some backspin carry on it. Off the bat of Prince Fielder. A long out, number 2.
The Rangers beat Volquez in Texas. 5 innings, 6 hits, and 4 runs. Volquez has had 10 starts this year. You can see Kane run this ball down pretty easily in right center field. 10 starts for Volquez. It's the only time so far this year he's given up more than 3 earned runs in a start. Rangers got him for 4 earned runs in that start. He's pitched very well at home. 4-1. All his wins have come at home. And the ERA just a little bit above 2.
Pitch outside to Mitch Moreland. You know, we talked during the White Sox series time about scoring in the first inning. White Sox have given up a lot. The Rangers have scored a lot. Rangers now batting first, so they have scored in the first inning here to take the lead. And when they do that this year, they are 24-6 when they score first. When they don't score first, they are 4-20. It's a pretty significant difference.
I would definitely be playing for a run early in the game based on those numbers.
2-0 pitch to Mitch. On the inside corner, it's 2-1. Paul Schreiber, by the way, calling the balls and strikes tonight. Mitch has been on base despite having a little bit of downturn offensively. Still able to score 4 runs in his last 5 ball games. Broken bat, that's going the other way, and it's in for a base hit. And the business end looked like a javelin going out next to the mound. Volquez had to go and pick up the barrel of the bat, which impaled the turf out there about 10 feet from the mound.
I don't have any numbers to support this, but just to the naked eye, 2 months into the season, it really feels like the Ranger left-hand hitters have had as many hits against the shift as they have made outs hitting into the shift. Whether it's Prince going the other way, Shin-Soo last night, Mitch several times, they're not just trying to pull the ball and hitting that ground ball past the first baseman right to the second baseman playing out in right field. And the shift has been responsible in a lot of cases for hitters hitting well below their normal batting averages, but I'm not so sure that's the case with the Rangers. They seem to have taken advantage of the openings on the left side of the infield numerous times.
No, I think it's a good point. And you know, the hitters that the Rangers have from the left side have always been capable of doing that. Joey Gallo taking the pitch outside. You know, fielders had good ability to hit the ball to left center. So is Q. Mitch Moreland, when he's going well, hits a lot of balls to left center. So I don't know if a shift against those guys is really the right way to play them.
Yeah, they have the ability to do that, but you would have to think that the fact that they're putting those shifts on would indicate some kind of a tendency when they hit the ball on the ground to do that. You know, some kind of a statistic, a flow chart, a spray chart that's showing that they do that. But the good thing is what you just said, they have the ability to go the other way, and it looks like they're concentrating. Chu especially last night to win the ball game.
1-2 to Gallo. Call strike 3.
Well, that one came back.
Volquez had good tailing fastball, and he gets the strikeout. Rangers gone, but they jump out on top, a run on 2 hits and 1 left. After a half inning, Rangers 1. Royals coming up. before he ever went to the mound. And Tom's going to tell you now about the Amica Royals lineup that he will face.
Well, it's a good lineup. Alcides Escobar leads off at shortstop. Mike Moustakas, 6th in the league in batting, will hit second. Lorenzo Cain is the center fielder. Eric Hosmer at first base bats 4th. The DH batting 5th. Kendrys Morales. In left field is Alex Gordon. Alex Rios bats 7th in right field. The catcher is Salvador Perez. And batting 9th, Omar Infante, the second baseman.
And that lineup will be facing Chichi Gonzalez, the 23-year-old right-hander. 4 basic pitches. Command for him is the key because he doesn't light up a radar gun. He is a very respectable fastball. Strike one is very important for him, especially against an aggressive team the way the Royals can be offensively. We'll see how that works out. Alcides Escobar, a .276 average. Couple of home runs, 17 driven in. Like a little cut fastball from Alex Chichi Gonzalez. He has learned at a very tender age the art of pitching and moving the ball around, changing speeds. 1-1 offering. He has the ability to let the hitter's swings dictate the next pitch. And that is a very good accomplishment for a guy with his lack of major league experience. Fouled back, 2-2.
Saw Chichi on the bus coming out to the ballpark. Generally, the players are out here early. The starting pitcher generally comes out on the last bus, and we'll see him on the bus to the ballpark. He said he's had 4 high school friends he's entertaining over the weekend. Drove all the way to Kansas City from Florida. Well, that's some dedication to see your buddy pitch a big league ball game.
In the air to right field, that chases Chu back a bit, but plenty of room. Out number 1. And let's take a look at the rest of the Ranger defense. It's delivered to you tonight by DeMontrond RV. And you saw Chu in right field. He is joined by Leonis Martin in center and Deliner DeShields in left. Moreland at first, Alberto and Andrews up the middle. Joey Gallo at third base, and Robinson Chirinos is catching. Mike Moustakas, .317 average, steps to the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Moustakas with 5 home runs, 17 RBI, a .373 on base percentage. And that is something that for the Royals lately has kind of fallen off a little bit. Their team on base percentage was right at the top. It's now down to 4th in the American League at .325 as a unit. And he shoots one right down that left field line. DeShields over to cut it off. Moustakas going for 2. Here comes the throw, the slide. He's safe. And Hanser Alberto is pointing to the Ranger dugout saying, why don't you challenge that? And Joey Probinski, the replay guru upstairs, will take a look at the various angles.
Looks safe from up here. Hopefully the angles that we can't see from up here will prove otherwise. A nice throw by Delino from left field, from the left field foul line. 1-hop throw. It looked like he might have got his hand in underneath the tag. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tom.
Very close.
You know, Jeff Bannister is going out, and he's asking for the review. Well,
boy, if he hit his hand right there, he got him.
You're right. I think Joey Probinski might have seen that angle that we hadn't seen quite yet. And it looked like as that tag was being swiped down there by Hanser Alberto that it might have brushed his hand.
Yeah. They determined that it did touch his hand. Looked like they might have had him. But he goes the other way. Shifted, the infield shifted over toward the right side of the diamond. Opened up that hole. Oh, when you see it like that, he looks safe.
Yeah. Hanser Alberto pretty sure that he got him. But again, now the folks in New York, the umpire assigned to this ball game in New York at the replay command center will take all the various angles, some of which we aren't privy to, but he'll have all the angles and put them together, and he will render his decision.
It looked like his right arm got to the bag before the left arm.
And he is out.
Whoa. We finally got one.
Yep. The challenge
by Joey
pays off. Joey Probinski getting that challenge down to Steve Buechele, and then on to the skipper, Jeff Bannister, and they do get the out. So a 7-4 put out at second after a single by Moustakas. And we'll see how big a play that turns out to be.
Well, I guess the one angle seemed to show it that way. I've had several calls throughout the year I thought were more certain than that one was, that went against the Rangers, so it's nice to catch one going our way.
Well, the folks in New York saying clear and convincing evidence overturns that call.
The tag got him. Nice play by Delino.
Here's Lorenzo Cain. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's a pretty good first inning for Delino. A triple and scored, and then cut down a double with a great one-hop throw to second base from way out in left field on the foul line.
And low and outside. 2-1 the count. Oh, Chichi Gonzalez getting the benefit of a replay reversal. Always helps. Two and two.
That cutting action on his fastball is very impressive. Doesn't throw many balls that go straight.
The time you're talking about the Rangers finally getting one, that they had been 4 for 16 in challenges this year.
Wow.
So that's about time that turned around.
Yep.
That pitch just inside to Cain. The count is now full. So Cain with a 3-2 count, bases empty and 2 outs. If he is able to get aboard, Eric Hosmer, powerful first baseman, waits to be next. Payoff pitch on the way. Ball 4. Tried to run the ball in, it ran off the plate, and Cain aboard with the 2-out walk. Now you remember in his debut last Saturday, Chichi Gonzalez had 5 walks in the ball game, and he attributed most of that to being overamped, he said, for his major league debut. I think you can understand that. Just had a little too much adrenaline going, and walks have not been a problem for him coming up through the minor league system. Now here's Hosmer as a 3-0-1 hitter. 1 ball, no strikes.
He's got that kind of good movement on his fastball, whether it's tailing down and away to a lefty or whether he cuts it to come in, that he can probably get away by aiming the ball toward the middle of the plate and then letting the movement take it to either side of the plate.
Cain with pretty good speed has a modest lead at first, and Hosmer a big rip and fouls it back. Yeah, and Gonzalez has the ability to make the fastball move both ways, both to his throwing side and away from his throwing side, a cut fastball. As long as you're moving the fastball away from the center of home plate and not toward it, you're okay. Chopper foul, and the count goes to 1-2. Hosmer against the Rangers has enjoyed hitting against Ranger pitching. A .330 career average with 6 home runs in 27 games. Had a couple of those home runs in the series down in Arlington in May. Gonzalez a long look in. Now the right-hander is ready. Cain a pretty good lead. He's staying put. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mitch Moreland holding the bag against Lorenzo Cain. Got him swinging. Good back foot breaking ball by Gonzalez. And the Royals are gone in the first. No runs, a hit, and 1 left. after 1. So Rangers 1, the Royals nothing. Against the Minnesota Twins, and fans will be treated to a post-game fireworks show presented by Dairy Max, and it's set to hip-hop music. Purchase tickets in the upper reserve seating section for just $14 when you use the online coupon code FIREWORKS at TexasRangers.com/specials. The Rangers come to bat in the top of the second inning. Elvis Andrus to lead things off. Leonis Martin, Robinson Chirinos to follow. Rangers a run on 2 hits in that first inning. Elvis showing bunt and takes a belt high strike. 233 the average for the Rangers shortstop. He had kind of a rough homestand. Just 3 for 22 against the pair of Sox, Red Sox and White Sox. Oh for 4 in yesterday's ball game. 1-1 pitch from Volquez. Chopper down the line. Nice diving stop by Moustakas, and he throws him out.
A lot of things went right on that play. Nice range, nice stop, and a strong throw all the way across the diamond from one knee. Actually, he got up off one knee to make that throw, but got up off the ground quickly. Made a strong, accurate throw. Off with an extra base hit.
So 1 out on the outstanding defense by Mike Moustakas. Now here's Leonis Martin, arguably the hottest Ranger hitter. He tries to bunt his way aboard and pops it foul back to the screen. Well, Leonis had a bunt base hit in yesterday's ball game. He and Delino DeShields now are tied for the American League lead. They've been going back and forth, both of them with 5 bunt base hits. 1 ball and 1 strike. Martin had a very strong homestand. Rangers a major league high 14 bunt base hits this season. One and 2. Martin on the just completed homestand, 9 for 22. That's a .409 average. And in the 7 games, he had 5 runs driven in. The 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was that changeup that Volquez liked to throw.
Since July 1st of last year, Volquez is 11-4 with a 2.38 ERA. Over a long period of time, he's been top notch. Over that period of time, it's the 5th best ERA, and opponents have only hit 217 against him. A combination of solid fastball with movement, changeup, breaking ball. Pretty tough to contend with when he's on, and it's been more often than not.
Now Leonis asking for time and rearranging his footwork. Now the 3-2 pitch. High ball 4, and Martin draws the walk. Another good at bat by Leonis Martin. He's put together some excellent at bats in the last 7 days.
I think one of the keys for him is that he hasn't been swinging at pitches way out of the strike zone. It really looks like he shortened his swing too. A couple of the hits he had the other night was a nice short quick swing. And I know he's been working on that over the course of the season. It kind of comes and goes, but trying to take the same approach and the same swing day after day is easier said than done. But he seems to be doing it right now and laying off the high fastball and the breaking ball and changeup in the dirt. In that at bat, he laid off a changeup down and away. He laid up off a fastball a little bit up and out of the strike zone. So that was a good at bat for him to work the walk.
Now 1 on, 1 out. Robinson Chirinos is the hitter. And a strike hits the inside corner. Chirinos, a 2.08 average. That's a little bit deceiving because he's been a much better hitter than that of late. The last dozen ball games, he's hit almost 300, 297 to be exact.
And I think, Buzz, if you spread over the course of a season the home run and RBI totals that he has right now, and you're looking at a catcher that can hit 13 to 16 home runs and knock in 55 to 65 runs and do a solid job behind the plate, you're feeling pretty good about your catcher.
Yep,
for sure.
Yeah, you're right. And with the extra base power that he has, that number right there, 7 of 11 hits have gone for extra bases. Factors in heavily. Breaking ball is wide. That evens the count now at 1-1.
Volquez doesn't give up many extra base hits. He's only coming into the game giving up 12. He's given up 1 to Delino in this game, and he's only given up 3 home runs.
Salvador Perez flashing the signs out. Martin with a lead from first. He's on the move. The pitch is swung on and missed. The throw not in time. And Leonis Martin swiping second, his 8th stolen base of the year in 13 attempts.
And Perez knew he was going to have to unload quickly to get Martin, so he threw from a kneeling position, had something on the throw, but didn't have a chance to get Martin. Just outran that one for his 8th stolen base. Not an easy ball to catch and throw. Breaking ball down, not quite in the dirt, but not the easiest ball to catch and throw.
No, Martin in scoring position now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Chirinos. Chirinos out of that slightly open stance. Hits it hard, but right at the shortstop, Escobar. 2 gone. Next will be Hanser Alberto. And Volquez with that good sinking fastball we talked about and the changeup. You would think that when he's on, he typically gets a lot of ground balls. And he has done that tonight. That's the 3rd ground ball out that he has recorded of the 5 outs. Hanser Alberto, a 6-game hitting streak to open up his major league career. It's the longest by a Ranger since Chris Davis had a 6-gamer to open up his career in 2008. Alberto 8 for 24 in his first 6 ball games. As for time, he's got some gnat problems. Pests buzzing around him. Those are trained by the pitchers.
By the home pitchers?
Yep. Part of the home field advantage.
You remember that game, playoff game between the Indians and the Yankees?
Yeah, sure do.
Those things were swarming around the pitchers. That was uncomfortable to watch on television.
Yeah, it's not like you can kind of close the door and close the windows out there. I mean, they start getting around you, and they don't tend to leave.
Poor job at Chamberlain. Looked like he was under siege.
Got him swinging. Volquez able to work around the 1-out walk. Leonis Martin stranded. We played an inning and a half in Kansas City. Rangers 1, Royals nothing. Texas Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest. It's brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Visit your Texas Ford dealer now for great deals on America's best-selling brand. Ford is the best in Texas. A warm, slightly muggy evening here in Kansas City. 81 degrees at game time. Not much of a breeze. What breeze there is kind of drifting in from center field. Chichi Gonzalez back to the hill. Gave up a hit and a walk in the first inning. No damage done. Kendrys Morales, the designated hitter, to lead things off. Strike one. Morales, the team leader, with 38 runs driven in. 6 home runs, a .303 average. Into the shift, and right there Elvis Andrus in a normal second base position. That is out number 1.
Another good fastball with that cutting action that came in and tied up Morales a little bit, jammed him. The result was that little weak tapper to the right side of the infield. A good pitch right there by Chichi.
No, with 1 out now, Alex Gordon, the left fielder, will step up. Gordon enters tonight's play hitting at .261. 6 home runs, 25 driven in. Royals as a team only 38 home runs. That's next to last in the American League, just in front of the Chicago White Sox. Look in the middle of the order with Hosmer and Morales. Gordon, 6 and 7 home runs each. Hit hard, but right at Hanser Alberto.
That thing looked like it had some hooking action. Looked like Hanser had his glove near his head and had to reach down and to his left to catch it. A hot smash by Gordon. Fortunately, it's right at Alberto.
Looked like a ping pong ball coming out of the long paddle.
That's a hang in there, big guy.
Our Kubota Power Stats tonight. Chichi Gonzalez, 4th starter in Ranger history to win and allow no runs in his major league debut last Saturday against Boston. He's looking to do something that is extremely rare, and that's win his first 2 outings at the major league level.
Popped that fastball perfectly on the outside corner at 94 miles an hour.
Foul back by Alex Rios, 0-2. Matter of fact, Chichi Gonzalez, should he win tonight, win his first 2 starts, he would be the only the 3rd pitcher in Ranger history to do that. Glenn Cook back in '85 and Kevin Brown also have done that. And it's going to be an easy 1-2-3 inning as Rios grounds out to Andrews. 3 up, 3 down. We have finished 2 in Kansas City. It's the Rangers 1, the Royals nothing on Fox Sports Southwest. First 15,000 fans will get an Elvis Andrus stolen base gnome, and that's courtesy of Coca-Cola. Visit TexasRangers.com or call 972-RANGERS for tickets. Now Elvis and the Rangers enjoying a 1-0 advantage over Edinson Volquez and the Royals. Delino DeShields starting off, and he has accounted for the only run scored tonight. He tripled sinking line drive to right center. Got by Lorenzo Cain. And then Shin-Soo Choo promptly brought him home with a ground out.
So many things that have been impressive about Delino. One more thing to mention, he's 3rd on the team in walks. Elvis has walked 21 times. Choo has walked 22. Delino's walked 17 in 75 to 100 fewer plate appearances. So, you know, you've got a guy that is leading off for the team. Highest average among rookies. He's hitting .291. He's got the great speed, the leadoff potential, and a patient hitter who walks. What a great combination.
That's low and outside. 3 balls and a strike. Yeah, this is for Delino DeShields. Only game number 40. And this for the Rangers, their 55th ball game.
You see a lot of young hitters who might hit for average .290 or .300 but never walk and don't have the on base percentage. He's so calm and relaxed at the plate.
Oh, he ripped that one right at Escobar.
He's got a short, compact swing. Allows him to wait on the ball, see the ball, and it's pretty impressive what he's done so far.
Walking dejectedly back to the Ranger dugout, but I'll tell you what, that is a pretty good at bat right there.
Sure was.
He got a pitch on 3, got ahead in the count, got a pitch on 3-1, and he put the barrel of the bat on it. That's about all you can do.
He's playing some really good baseball right now. Doing everything you want to see a player do, not just a young player, any player. Played defense, made a nice throw, run the bases, and hit. It's not like he's a little Punch and Judy that just gets bunts and bloopers. He's got a number of doubles. He's got 2 or 3 triples. Let's see, he's got 3 triples and 7 doubles, so he can line the ball in the gap.
Ju going after that changeup with no success. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jinsu had the RBI on a ground out in the first inning. Last 7 ball games, he has been doing some heavy lifting. A 346 average. Another changeup that floats to the outside corner. Take a look at the AT&T U-verse rewind. We're talking about Shin-Soo Choo being able to take the ball the other way. Last night, no better example than that.
That's a classic inside-out swing, trying to hit a ground ball into the vacant spot of the infield and coming up and doing it. Got a couple of shout-outs, Buzz. Cindy Geyer is here with her dad, Tom, from Carrollton. They'd like to say hi to their friends back in Texas. Cindy's visiting her 23rd stadium tonight. She wants to see them all. Her dad has been to 53 stadiums. She's been to 5 of the retired stadiums, so she's almost halfway to her dad's total. Nice thing to share with your daughter. I remember mentioning her name on the road in the past at other ballparks. So she's seeing one of the most beautiful parks in baseball, and boy, it's nice to see it filled up like it was back when you were playing.
Yeah, sure is.
What a great sight. Beautiful ballpark.
2-2, the count to Chu. Lays off that breaking ball, and the count has gone full. So Shin-Soo trying to get aboard with 1 out. Prince Fielder, the DH, waits to be next. You get a good look at the crowd. There's Prince.
There's so many of the ballparks that were built around the same time as this park in Kansas City are now gone.
Right.
And new ones have been built. This one has certainly withstood the test of time.
Ju drives 1 to center. Kane going back, still going back at the track, and he reaches up to make the grab.
Well, there's an example of why this is not a home run ballpark. That ball's hit 400 feet to dead center field and didn't even get to the warning track.
Now with 2 outs, bases empty, Fielder coming up. Let's send it back to Aaron Hardigan for a Mazda game break. All right, Aaron, thank you. Here's Prince, who hit a vicious line drive to straightaway center his first time up. 0 for 1, and he cut through that breaking ball. Fielder now at 356 for the year. 10 home runs, 40 driven in. .40 RBI, and the American League, 1 behind the league leader, Mark Teixeira. Of course, Prince, the league leader in multi-hit games. He's baseball's leader in that statistical category. Ground ball just fouled down the first baseline. Hosmer made a nice backhand stop, and he makes a new friend in that dugout seating down there.
A couple more people to recognize. These fans are from Fort Worth. Brittany, Heather, Taryn, and Tim, all here enjoying a beautiful night for a ball game in Kansas City. Want to say hi to their friends back in Fort Worth. Also want to thank them for the double chocolate chip pudding cookies that they sent up. Thank you very much.
The locale ones?
Yeah.
1-2 from Volquez. That's pop foul over the Rangers' third base dugout, back into the seats. Prince also the American League leader in hits. He has 77 coming into play tonight. Volquez reading the signs. The right-hander rocks and deals. Brent's not going to let him off the hook easily. He's making it a tough at bat. There's the hit leader chart for the American League. Fielder one behind the Major League leader. That's D. Gordon, also the Miami Marlins. Got him swinging. That power changeup going away from Prince, and Volquez has a 1-2-3 inning. We played 2.5 in Kansas City. The Rangers won, the Royals nothing.
The Royals. Now, when we go on the road with the team, one of the things we like to do is try and find a little taste of Texas. And we found a barbecue place here that's awfully good. It's not as good as Texas barbecue, but it's awfully good. It used to be called Oklahoma Joe's. The name has been changed to Kansas City Joe's very recently, so that's less confusing. There's the food, and you can see it's very good. My favorite there is always the Smoky Joe, a really good sandwich, a brisket sandwich. And look at that. I mean, they just have so many beautiful barbecue concoctions at Kansas City. Yeah, and that's my favorite T-shirt. That's barbecue sauce, guys, on my very favorite T-shirt. So we had a good lunch at Oklahoma, now Kansas City Joe's.
You got to love our reporters, Buzz. They like to eat.
They do. They do. And giving us places we got to try out if we haven't tried it yet.
Last week, Emily was showing all the concession items at the various parks. Now we're going to see John going around town in Kansas City and maybe San Francisco for some of his favorite spots.
Any chance of that stain coming out of that shirt, guys?
No, but some people can make a good meal out of that spill on their shirt.
Salvador Perez lofting a fly ball to Leonis Martin for out number one.
At least it wasn't on a coat and tie.
I never would have thought of bringing my food through the shirt to eat it. But I guess it works. It works.
Well, that sandwich looked pretty good.
Yeah, it did.
I didn't eat enough for dinner. I'm hungry already. That didn't help.
Look at that picture, that particular picture, and you smell it. You smell it. The barbecue, the smoke. Omar Infante, the number 9 hitter up there now. 1 out, bases empty, and Chichi Gonzalez deals outside for ball 1. Infante, a .224 average, but he has driven in 17. Last 4 ball games, like many of the Royals, has not gone well offensively, and he pops this one up. Alberto backing out, being called off by Chu, and the right fielder makes the grab. 2 gone.
I like what Alberto did. Once he heard Chu yell for it, he ran toward the infield. So many times you'll see the infielder just kind of stand there as the outfielder's coming in, and they're almost touching each other when the outfielder catches it, making it a little bit uncomfortable for the outfielder. But Hanser heard him yell and ran out of the way, made it easy for him.
So 2 away. That's now 6 straight retired by Alex Gonzalez. Alcides Escobar began things this evening by flying to right field. Here's another look at that play you're talking about, Tom.
Yeah, it's one that Hanser could have caught, but once he hears Chu yell, he gets out of the way. That's just what you should do. Outfielders appreciate that.
2 balls, no strikes. Of course, we don't really know what Chu said to him in the way in either.
No, but he yelled, so you take it.
Get
you
the heck out of the way.
I got it. Shin-Soo can talk that baseball language.
Left center field. Leonis got a pretty good jump on it. He tracks it down, and another 1-2-3 innings, 7 straight now set down by Alex G.G. Gonzalez. We finished 3. Rangers still have a 1-0 lead. Wins at Globe Life Park, and the first 7,500 kids 13 and under will get to take home a cereal bowl. That's sponsored by Dairy Max. Get your tickets at TexasRangers.com and bring your kids home happy. A Ranger fan out here at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. He's seeing his Rangers take a 1-0 lead going into the 4th inning. Mitch Moreland, Joey Gallo, and Elvis Andrus, the first 3 to do the swinging against Edinson Volquez. Mitch had a base hit going the other way his first time, and now the Royals going to shift out of a pretty much a straightaway alignment. They're going to have Mike Moustakas, the third baseman, go on the second base side of second. So they're going to go into that extreme overshift now. Infante out in shallow right field. And a bunt goes foul. Yeah, good idea. Leading off an inning.
Leading off an inning for sure. Men on base. A couple of outs in the inning. You want Mitch to swing away, but leading off an inning to get a man on in what looks like a low-scoring game, good idea. That's just something, you know, every day Mitch should 3 or 4 times practice that exact same thing. Yeah, the feeling for a player is it has to be perfect, so you're almost aiming it right down the line.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect. All it has to do is be bunted hard enough to get past the pitcher, and the shortstop can't come in and make the play. But I think you're saying to yourself, all right, I don't want it to go back to the pitcher for an out, so you aim it right down the line, and then if you're not precise and you're just a little bit late on the bunt, it goes foul down the third baseline.
1-2 pitch. Tried to check his swing, and he did. He appealed down to third.
That was a strikeout pitch. Hard breaking ball down and in.
Manny Gonzalez, by the way, the third base umpire, making that call. So the count is even now at 2-2. Mitch after that single in the first inning, up to 291 with the average. Laid off the changeup.
Another good one to lay off of.
Full count to Moreland leading off the fourth inning, trying to get aboard. Joey Gallo would love to have somebody on base to get him up there. Rangers a run on just 2 hits. All the damage done in that first inning. Royals no runs on just 1 hit against Alex Gonzalez. Salvador Perez got a little dirt up in the eyeballs. Back down behind home plate. We'll start flashing the signs out for the 3-2 pitch. Volquez into the wind. Ball 4.
Good at bat. Laid off 3 borderline pitches that are pitches you see hitters swing at frequently. So he didn't get the bunt base hit to start the inning, but he worked a walk instead.
Yeah, Tom, you hear hitters talk about they're seeing the ball well, and
Yeah.
usually it's after they've had a base hit or they've had a good game offensively. When you have a walk like that, are you seeing the ball well too?
Definitely. I think sometimes you're not seeing the ball, which means you're not following the pitch. You're not comfortable. You start your swing a little bit too soon. You end up taking a fastball, and then you say, oh man, I can't take another one, and you swing at a breaking ball out of the strike zone. You start to get that little uncomfortable feeling of, I won't call it panic, but you're not confident. But when you're seeing the ball, and Mitch must be seeing the ball pretty well today to lay off those 3 pitches, you wait on the ball better, you see the ball longer, and it allows you to lay off that hard breaking ball that's not a strike. You know, you would think, well, your eyes are pretty consistent. Why wouldn't you see the ball well all the time? It's just a hard thing to explain, but if you've ever hit, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe your head turns away from the pitcher toward third base for a right-hand hitter. You take your eye off the ball and you don't realize what you're doing. You swing too hard, try to pull the ball instead of hit it back through the middle. All sorts of little things can enter into it.
Can balance play a role in how well you see the ball?
Yeah, balance is important. I think as much as anything, it's your confidence. When you go up to the plate, and I didn't have this feeling as much as good hitters had that feeling. When you go up to the plate and you say, you just feel, I don't care what he throws, I know I can hit this guy, I know I'm going to hit the ball hard, then you're tending to see the ball pretty good. Sometimes you go up to the plate going, I don't know how I'm going to hit this time. My hands are sore, I don't feel strong, this guy's got good stuff, and then you're pretty much done. That's when you should bunt.
Yeah. Call strike 3. Gallo caught looking at that changeup. He has gone down looking twice now. 1 out, and Elvis coming up.
One thing that Joey has seen in his first 4 games in the big leagues is he's seen good pitching. He saw the 3 excellent starters from the White Sox. The lefty Rodon was really tough in yesterday's game, and Chris Sale's one of the best in the business. And tonight he's facing Edinson Volquez, who is 4th in the league with a .202 opponent's batting average. So, you know, if you isolate the 4 games that Joey's played in, that's not a totally accurate reflection of the quality of pitching that he'll see over 162 games. It's top of the line pitching that he's seeing right now. So it's a good education, and if you're going to be a good player over 162 games, you're going to face these guys. But he's getting 4 really good starters in his first 4 games, and that's a tough assignment.
Here's Elvis, who was out on a great play by Mike Moustakas, his first time up. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. Elvis hit a chopper right down the third baseline. Moustakas, with great reactions, able to dive and catch the ball on a hop right at the bag and then scramble up to throw him out. Now Elvis, a .232 average. Got Moreland at first with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning.
You know, when you ask the question, who are the toughest pitchers in baseball to hit, a lot of names come to mind right off the bat. Volquez is probably not one of them. But when you look at what he's done, I mentioned from July 1st of last year to the present time, his opponent's batting average is the 11th best in the major leagues, 217. It's even better than that this year. So this is one of the toughest guys to hit over the last year.
3-0. Yeah, when his stuff, we talked about it earlier, when his stuff is in the strike zone, that's as good as stuff as you're going to see.
Yeah. They called him, they might still call him Little Pedro because of his changeup. It's a lot. It's similar to the kind of changeup that Pedro Martinez threw. No one's comparing him to Pedro Martinez, but it's good enough that even that kind of a comparison tells you how tough he can be.
And ball 4. So Elvis draws the walk.
You keep talking about him nonstop, and you keep walking guys.
Our kiss of death on him.
Yeah, well, be glad to provide that for him.
Well, the Rangers, courtesy of the base on balls, have runners at first and second with the 1 out. And Leonis Martin, who had a walk himself the first time, will step in. Salvador Perez out to chat with his 31-year-old right-hander, Edinson Volquez. Well, the Royals have been playing a lot of low-scoring games, but they may have found a match that's not very favorable to them. The Rangers have been winning a lot of one-run games. And John Radigan told you in our pregame, Rangers have won 10 out of the last 15 one-run games they've been involved in. That's the best record in baseball. First pitch is low to Martin.
The Rangers are doing an excellent job early in the game of making Volquez throw strikes. They are not helping him out at all.
Jeff Bannister keeping an eye on things from his perch in the Rangers dugout.
Well, that kind of an approach from his hitters is something that's very pleasing to Jeff or any manager. Love to see your hitters go about it that way. Some of the balls they're taking that are called strikes are borderline at best as well. The last off-speed pitch looked like it might have been outside. And probably was.
Volquez now 65 pitches with 1 out here in the 4th inning. 1-1 pitch coming. Grounded to Infante to second. That's all they'll get. Nice play by Omar Infante, who had to range far to his left, and then able to make the little looping throw to Escobar for the force.
I'm going to give him credit for a nice play, but that's a lucky play right there. There's no way he should have tried to throw that ball to second base. Now, he's a big leaguer and he's very good, but he has to range to his left. The runner is going to be almost in his way, and so he has to throw it high and barely gets the runner at second base. And you want to make a play that could lead to a big inning, that's it right there. He got his guy, so nice play, but safe play might have been going to first base. Maybe I'm a little more cautious than he is. And I shouldn't call it lucky because he's a big league player and a good one.
Chirinos, a drive to center. And Lorenzo Cain right there makes the catch.
He's going to get him at the plate.
Yes, he is. He's going to make the fourth
third out. That throw was right on the money.
It was. It was a great throw. You save that for next inning.
You cut him down, Lorenzo.
That's going to be a fine in the Kangaroo Court.
That's a big time fine right there.
2 left for the Rangers. 1-0 Texas after 3.5. manager is just one win shy of tying Dick Hauser for second most in Royals history with 403 career wins. Hauser had 404, and Royals record for most wins in a career, manager Whitey Herzog had 410 back in the 70s. Cold Hard Fact brought to you by Crisp, Clean Coors Light. And Dick Hauser's number 10 up there. One of the 3 retired numbers here in Kansas City. Mike Moustakas starting things off for the Royals in the bottom of the 4th inning. Moustakas, Kane, and Hosmer face Alex Gonzalez. Gonzalez only 35 pitches through 3 innings. Moustakas is going to try it. He bunts it foul.
Tried the same thing Mitch did, leading off an inning. He's got all that to shoot for, but he tried to make a perfect bunt. Tried to bunt it right down the line, and you don't give yourself much margin for error. I think if you try to bunt it hard halfway between the line and the pitcher's mound, you're going to come out on top most of the time.
Rangers shading to the right, but not in an overshift. That's foul back.
If they've got the shift done. And some of it depends on the agility and fielding prowess of the pitcher, too.
Well, I'm sure the Royals saw the 2 errors by Gallo from yesterday's ball game and said, let's test him if we get an opportunity. And another foul back. But I think Joey would be up to the task. That saw him make a couple of good plays after the errors in last night's ball game. No balls and 2 strikes to Mike Moustakas. Rangers have had problems against Kansas City the last couple of years. There was a time there in the mid-2000s that they were beating up the Royals every single year, but Rangers went 1-5 against the Royals last year, and of course they split the first 4 games down in Arlington this year. Another foul. Go back to the start of 2014. The Rangers just 3-7 against Kansas City. One ball and 2 strikes to Moustakas. Now 2-2. Moustakas entered play tonight 6th in the American League in the batting race. 317. Pulls that one foul outside first. Royals the fewest strikeouts hitting in the major leagues each of the last 4 years. 306 total strikeouts. That would put them on pace for fewer than 1,000 strikeouts. And in today's game, that's pretty significant.
Yeah, if they lead the league in fewest strikeouts this year, they'll be only the 2nd team in 100 years to do that 4 years in a row.
Pitch inside, and the count has gone full.
Yankees from 71 to 74 did that. They're the only team that's done it 4 years in a row in 100 years.
So Moustakas having a long at bat. This is going to be the 10th pitch. Got Lorenzo Cain waiting in the on deck circle. Well, we're going to have to go to at least 11 before Chichi Gonzalez gets rid of Mike Moustakas.
Yeah, he probably had less than 11 pitches last inning. This is the kind of at bat that causes you to pitch 5 innings instead of 6, or 6 innings instead of 7. It can all happen over a 2 or 3 minute period to one hitter.
Another 3-2. And this one in play to Hanser Alberto. The sure-handed infielder takes care of Moustakas' ground ball. An 11 pitch at bat results in the first out of the inning. Go back to the last half inning.
Well, we got a pretty good kick out of this. 1st and 3rd and 2 outs. The center fielder, Lorenzo Cain, thinks there's 1 out. So he comes up to prevent the sacrifice fly, throws a strike to the plate. The only problem was no one was running because it was the 3rd out. He's got a nice smile, but He knows he's going to take some abuse when he gets back to the dugout.
He was starting to get it before he got close to the dugout, too. Well, Kane, as you can see, drew a walk his first time up there. On the inside corner for a strike. Kane had a home run here last night. His 4th of the year. That was his first home run in better than a month. His one prior to last night was back on May 2nd. 0-2 pitch. Alex Gonzalez is retired. 8 straight. Make that 9 straight now.
Good cutter. 87 miles an hour. Kane a little bit late on that. Fooled by it. Didn't have a really good swing at it, but he was able to spoil it anyway and hang in there at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Well, this has been a tough inning from the foul ball standpoint.
I think what it's showing, Buzz, is the movement that he has on his pitches. They're making some contact, but they're not able to center the ball because he's got such good movement on his pitches.
Well, he's up to 16 pitches in this inning and still looking for the second out.
Another good pitch.
Yeah.
Good cut fastball, slider, whatever you want to call it. Down and away right where he wanted it. Fortunately, built up some leeway with an 8-pitch second and an 8-pitch third. He got more pitches this inning than he did the middle 2 innings.
Now time called. Lorenzo Kane not quite ready yet. So much for the pace of play initiative. A little looper out toward Alberto, and Hanser takes care of that.
He's making some good pitches today.
Well, that is out number 2, and it will bring up Eric Hosmer.
Now, right now, at this stage of Chichi's career, you might look at his line and say, well, he's not a dominating guy. He doesn't strike many out. But early in his career, he's not that kind of a pitcher. But if you look at the contact that the hitters are making, they're not making great contact against him. So the type of pitches he's throwing with the movement is very effective.
He had Hosmer out in front of that and got a check swing strike.
You don't have to strike a guy out to have a dominating performance in an at bat.
That's right.
When you knock the bat out of his hand and break his bat, that's probably more dominating than striking him out.
Good fastball, and he got it in a good spot. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Gonzalez really going after the Royals now. He's gotten himself into a pretty good groove here with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Hosmer a .299 average as he awaits the pitch. Got him swinging.
Pitch.
Down and in. Second time he's gotten Hosmer on almost an identical pitch. 3 up, 3 down, 10 straight retired by Gonzalez. 1-0 Rangers. Texas Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by the Mazda 6. J.D. Power has awarded the Mazda 6 highest ranked vehicle appeal among midsize cars. Well, Alex Chichi Gonzalez mowing down the Kansas City Royals. Just one hit through 4 innings. He's retired the last 10 that he has faced. Only base runners came back in the first inning, a single with Mike Moustakas trying to stretch it into a double, and he was thrown out on appeal. And then a walk to Kane, and that's been it.
I think he's got better stuff in this game than he did against the Red Sox. We didn't broadcast that game, and that's tough to say. He took a no-hitter into the 6th inning. But been pretty impressive today. I think the Royals lineup is a little bit better than the Red Sox, at least right now it is. Red Sox have some good names, but they're not hitting quite as well.
Kind of like the string of zeros he's putting up.
Kind of like that too.
Andrew Alberto pulls a soft line drive foul down the third base side. 0-1.
It's not a fluke the way he's thrown the ball. 4 innings today and 5 2/3 against the Red Sox. There's just not a lot of balls hit hard.
Yep.
Moustakas' ground ball to left field, but
that one's off of Moustakas out into shallow left field. Escobar retrieves it, and Alberto is going to be aboard to start the Ranger 5th inning. Moustakas got caught in between reading that ground ball, and he ended up giving himself a real tough short hop to work with.
Yeah, he didn't know whether to keep coming in or wait back on it, and he got caught right in the middle. Tough hop. See how they rule it.
And that's going to be an error on Moustakas. Royals, the the 6th best fielding team in the American League. That, as the club, is the 29th error of the year. So Alberto aboard, and the top of the order, the 3rd time tonight, Delino DeShields, who is 1 for 2, and he has drilled the ball twice. One resulted in a triple and led to the only run of the ball game. The other, a line drive to shortstop. A lot of options for Jeff Bannister with these guys at bottom and the top, with Andrew Alberto at first base. The Shields showing you that bunt and took the breaking ball for strike 1. Boy, that is such a weapon, though. You put Delino up there with his bunting ability and the speed that he possesses. Turns what you would call a normal sacrifice into an adventure for anybody trying to defend it. Pulled the bat back. He did not go around. That the appeal down to first base as Fielding Culbreth said nope. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, a lot of guys, if they're going to bunt for a base hit, once they try it once and you alert to the team that you're thinking about it, pretty much eliminates your opportunity to do it because you've lost the element of surprise. With him, he's got that possibility, as you said, Buzz, on a sacrifice bunt when they know he's going to bunt.
Yeah. The Shields waiting, and Volquez a little toss to first. Andrew Alberto over there after reaching on the error. Rangers leading 1-0 nearly midway through the ball game, looking to add on. But fairly hard to Moustakas, so it will be a sacrifice. And a snap throw back to second. Alberto fortunately didn't round the bag very far. Heads up play by Hosmer. He's done that before. Gotten a sacrifice bunt thrown to him and fired one to second and caught somebody unaware down there rounding the bag too far.
Yeah, Hosmer has a right fielder's arm playing first base, so he likes to throw. He was a big time pitcher in high school, kind of like Joey Gallo. Hosmer had the low to mid 90s fastball coming out of high school.
But on that play, that was a simple sacrifice, and he bunted it a little bit too hard, and it almost turned into a hit.
He bunted that thing right straight to the third baseman, almost beat it out when he knew he was going to do it.
Shin-Soo Choo takes pitch outside for ball 1. Choo has the RBI. All the Rangers back in the first inning on a ground out. Last time up, fly to center field. 5th highest average for Chu at Kauffman Stadium of any opposing hitter. He comes to Kansas City and he puts his hitting shoes on. He's ready to go. Volquez peering in for the sign. Andrew Alberto getting the lead out at second base. Two balls and a strike. And we'll take a look at tonight's T-Mobile game changer for you. Shin-Soo Choo, the career average against the Royals. That's the highest of any AL opponent and the 4th highest against the Royals in Major League history. Minimum of 300 plate appearances. Breaking ball is inside and low. 3 balls and a strike. Well, Chu trying to find a way to get on board to join Alberto. Prince Fielder waits to be next. Good look at the Royals defense. Shaded slightly around to the right side. And a ground ball near the bag at second that Escobar handles. On to third goes Alberto. So 2 outs now and Fielder coming up.
A tough night for the hitters. Only 3 hits so far in the ball game. Rangers have had a lot more opportunities than the Royals have had. They've left 4 men on. Rangers right now are 0 for 6 with men in scoring position. They've had some good opportunities. But Volquez is tough. He's tough to get a hit off of.
Prince struck out his last time up in a line drive to center back in the first inning. Current average of 355. And the Royals deploying a mini shift against him with Escobar almost behind the bag at second. Oh, and 1. Here's a good overhead shot. Pretty gaping hole, which would be straightaway second base if Fielder hits a hard ground ball right where the second base umpire Jim Reynolds is. You get another RBI. Now the 0-1 coming. Didn't really want to do it, but he did. 0-2. Not very often this year we've seen Prince Fielder expand his strike zone looking a little over anxious. And that might have been a case of it right there. Volquez a check of Alberto at third. Got him swinging. Oh, a nasty breaking ball, and that'll do it. Oh, the Rangers, no runs, no hits, an error, and 1 man left. We played half the ball game. It remains the Rangers 1, the Royals nothing. includes exciting Ranger baseball and Texas Rangers cap in your school's colors. The first 2,000 fans at the ballpark who purchase a Baylor University Day ticket receive a special Baylor-themed Rangers cap. Visit TexasRangers.com/UDays to get your tickets and see a lineup of all University Days this season. Chichi Gonzalez back to work here in the 5th inning. Still a 1-0 ball game. Kendrys Morales, Alex Gordon, and Alex Rios, the first 3 Royals to face the 23-year-old right-hander.
Nice
change up.
Nice assortment of pitches.
Morales, a ground ball to second. His first time up. That was leading off the second. Pulled foul outside first, and the count moves to 1-2. And we had said one of the things about it was important for Chichi Gonzalez at strike 1, getting ahead of hitters. He's done a great job of that since that first inning. Pulled right into the teeth of the shift. Alberto, plenty of time to knock it down and recover and to throw. And that's one gone. Now, before Alex Gordon steps in to hit against Chichi Gonzalez, let's send it back to Aaron Hardigan for a Mazda game break. All right,
That'll
Aaron.
be fun.
Yeah.
A chance to maybe see him on this trip.
Alex Gordon lined to second base. His first time up there. Gordon, a .259 average as he faces Gonzalez for the second time. A little bit low, 2-1. Rangers in a pretty good shift against Gordon. Not an extreme overshift, but nonetheless really favoring the right side in the infield. Chopper over the mound. Give me a tough play for Elvis. Bare hand, and he got it. A nice play by Elvis, and once he got it in his bare hand, that was the end game as far as Gordon was concerned.
It looked like it was going to be a tough play, do or die play. And the way he played it, it was. But once he caught it in his hand, it turned out to be an easy play. Nice play by Elvis. Another good pitch by Chichi. Elvis bare hands that play and makes it look easy. Elvis has had a lot of highlight plays the last week or 10 days.
Yeah.
Really playing some superb defense.
Alex Rios, former Ranger, up there now with the bases empty and 2 away. Rios, a ground ball to short, his first time up. Alex missed 7 weeks with that fractured left hand that he suffered up in Minneapolis back in the second week of the season. Gonzalez, next pitch to him. That's line over the leap of Andrews into left center field, a base hit. And that snaps the string of 12 consecutive hitters retired by Chichi Gonzalez.
Buzz, we've talked about some throws in this game. The nice throw that Delino DeShields made to cut down Moustakas at second. The nice throw that Kane made with 2 outs. Here's one of the greatest throws ever. This is Bo Jackson. This is the 26th anniversary of this throw. Back against the wall in left field. That's Harold Reynolds, one of the faster runners in the league. He throws that ball all the way from the left field wall to cut down Harold Reynolds at the plate. That's one of the greatest throws ever. So all sorts of throws to talk about today.
Yeah. A 1-on with 2 outs. Salvador Perez. Down on the count. 0-1.
Need to thank our ace statistician John Doolittle for bringing that to our attention, and Kelly Donaldson for being able to find that somewhere to be able to show it.
Apparently, we just mentioned something and Kelly has it. It doesn't matter what
if it happened today, we would have had a much better look at it.
Little flip by Anzer Alberto onto Elvis, and that'll do it. The force at second retires Rios and the Royals. No runs a hit, one man left. After 5, 1-0 Texas. Sonic Slam Inning brought to you by Sonic. Tonight's jackpot is worth $1,500 and dinner for two at Sonic Drive-In. If a Ranger hits a home run during this inning, Mandy Hill from Arlington will win $1,500. And if a Ranger hits a grand slam during the inning, Mandy is going to win $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. Well, first up in our Sonic Slam Inning will be Mitch Moreland. Moreland to be followed by Gallo and Andrews. And Mandy, I think you may want to sit down and fasten your seatbelt. You might have a shot at the money with these two guys and Elvis coming up. Mitch has singled and walked against Volquez tonight. Starts him off with a breaking ball, and it's 1-0. Volquez with 80 pitches through 5 innings. 48 strikes. That's a little lower than what he would like to have. Mitch a .291 average. And a pretty good cut at that fastball. 1-1. Mitch in his last 13 ball games has had 3 home runs and driven in 6. It was not a terribly good homestand for Mitch. He was just 5 for 24. Big slow breaking ball. You don't see Volquez feature that very often, but it's the 3rd time through the order, and he's still got a few tricks in that bag that he can pull out every once in a while. Box tracker showing you that last one could have been. I think the umpire said, no, it doesn't look like a strike, so I'm not going to give it to you. Low, 3 balls and a strike. So Mitch trying to get aboard to start the 6th inning. Rangers have had their leadoff man aboard in both the 4th and 5th. Mitch trying to make it 3 in a row, and Joey Gallo would benefit by having one on with nobody out. That ball's hit pretty well to left field. Gordon going back. He is at the track, at the wall. Goodbye. Mitch Moreland going the other way to straightaway left field. Drives it out of the ballpark. And we have a Sonic Slam winner, along with Mitch Moreland's 6th home run of the year.
Boy, he put a charge in that thing. Straightaway left field over the 387 sign. 400 feet the opposite way. You have to be strong to hit a ball like that.
Mandy Hill from Arlington, the winner of $1,500 and dinner for two at Sonic Drive-In, courtesy of Mitch Moreland. And the Rangers lead it 2-0. And that was a swing that we have seen Mitch take a lot when he is swinging the bat well. Driving that thing to the opposite field.
Gonzalez seeing an assortment of off-speed pitches, changeups and curveballs. That's kind of the plan that the White Sox had the last two games after he had the huge first game against Jeff Smarja. Yeah, no doubt about that thing. That's 4 rows back over that 387 sign. Not many ballparks are 387 feet to that particular spot. That's why it's so hard to hit a home run here.
That changeup just off the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Twice tonight, Joey has been caught looking at that particular pitch that was called a strike. The 1-2. Got him swinging. Another power changeup by Edinson Volquez.
The pitches he's seeing in the first 4 games are pitches you don't see in the minor leagues. Very few minor leaguers have a changeup like Edinson Volquez. You don't see many left-handers. He's not seen many left-handed pitchers in AAA ball, AA ball this season. And so when you see the kind of breaking ball that Chris Sale and Rodon were throwing to him in the last 2 games, those are pitches he's never seen before. So it's not trying to make excuses for a young player. It's just the reality that at this point in time in his career, he's never seen pitches like this before. And so in that regard, it's a good learning experience for him.
Well, he's going to have to face him sometime, and that's kind of what Jeff Bannister said the other day when he was asked about taking him out against Chris Sale. And he said, hey, he got 3 hits in his major league debut. He's going to have to face Sale eventually. So let's go ahead and let him face him.
Sure.
And just put up with whatever happens. It'll be a good learning experience. The other thing, he may have seen somebody with a breaking ball or a changeup similar as far as movement and stuff, but nobody with a command of it. A guy like Volquez is able to throw the changeup consistently down and consistently on the corner moving away. And that's something you wouldn't see.
With a 94-mile-an-hour fastball and an above-average breaking ball, too.
A 1-2 to Elvis, who has walked and grounded out. And into the hole, a base hit for Andrews. Elvis has reached out and poked that between Moustakas and Escobar. The 1 on, still just 1 out. And Leonis Martin stepping to the plate. Martinez walked and reached on a fielder's choice. 0 for 1. Batting average at 240. Elvis, of course, very good speed at first. We'll see if he uses it. Not on the first pitch as Leonis takes ball 1. Martin doing that good bit of offensive work. Got his average up at the start of play today to 241. That's as high as it's been since back on April the 8th. He was hitting 250. Right at the tail end of the first week of the season. Leonis checking with Tony Beasley down there at third base. The Ranger third base coach flashing the signs out. They're both Elvis Andrews at first and Leonis Martin at the plate. There goes Elvis. The pitch is taken. The throw is late. And Elvis able to hang on with a fingernail to the bag at second. And he has the stolen base.
They're still trying to pick up a runner in scoring position with a base hit. Haven't been able to do that yet. Good jump by Elvis. Pretty good throw, but he just stole that one on Volquez.
Take it back. It wasn't a fingernail, it was a toenail. Wrap that toe around the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. That ball is hammered to right field, but it's hooking foul.
Not too bad. He waited on that off-speed pitch. It was up. It was little. It looked like it was on the inside part of the plate. He just pulled it foul. But he was not. He was not fooled by it. That's for sure. Just a little bit out in front of it.
Well, 1-2 to Leonys Martin. Up the middle, off the glove of Volquez. It goes to Infante, who recovers and throws too late. Leonys legs out an infield single.
Boy, that's a tough break for Leonys in one regard. He got the base hit anyway, but he might have gotten an RBI if Volquez didn't get a glove on it. It was definitely headed up the middle. That's just a matter of being hit that hard. Was Kane going to have time to make a throw from center field? That was a smash off his glove.
That makes that distance between the mound and home plate very, very short. Guy hits the ball down. But Dave Island, the pitching coach, out to take a little bit of time and let that bullpen get going. Volquez in this inning has given up a home run, a single to Andrews, and an infield single that was hit like a rocket off the bat of Leonys Martin.
Yeah, Leonys hit a couple of balls hard in that bat. The ball he pulled foul went way down the right field line.
Ryan Madsen, right-hander, up and throwing in the Royals bullpen. So runners at the corners. Robinson Chirinos up there with 1 out. 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out and a fly ball. He would settle for another fly ball here. That would get the Rangers a run in all likelihood. They lead 2-0, looking for more. 1 ball, no strikes. Robinson, in his last 4 ball games, has driven in 4. He's been on a pretty good RBI tear, and you go back over the last 12 games, he has 8 RBI. Volquez a check of the runners. There goes Martin from first, and they won't even bother. Yeah, Leonys Martin with the stolen base.
That's a big stolen base in one regard. Now you can't turn a double play if you play the infield in double play depth. It almost forces you to play the infield in now in a 2-0 game, and that opens up some nice holes on the ground for a base hit and a couple of RBIs if you make some contact.
Yep. Brings the blooper into play.
Sure.
The second and third, 2 balls, no strikes to count. Volquez will continue to work from the stretch. Hard hit through the right side, a base hit. Elvis scores. Leonys Martin coming around. The throw from Rios. The slide. He is safe. Just avoiding the tag at home plate. Leonys Martin slides in. It's a 2-run single. And the Rangers open up a 4-0 lead. Robinson Chirinos, the big base hit.
Boy, that was an aggressive call by Tony Beasley, too. He knows he's got an excellent runner at second base. But Martin held up just a little bit to see if the ball was going to get through. And then he got waved around anyway. Rios fields that ball close to second base. Makes a pretty good throw. Martin just slides by the tag. Rios had a pretty good shot because he was so close to second base when he fielded that ball. But Tony Beasley challenged the throw, and Martin's speed won out.
Boy, Paul Schreiber, the home plate umpire, right on top of that to make the call. So that's going to do it for Edinson Volquez. Ryan Madsen coming on. We'll take a timeout. We're back after this. Rangers on top 4-0, and it drives Edinson Volquez from the game. He is replaced by the 34-year-old right-hander Ryan Madsen. And Madsen dealing to Hanser Alberto, misses low and inside for ball 1. Numbers for Madsen, his 23rd game of the year, so he has made it all the way back from not having been in the major leagues in almost 4 years.
That's pretty good. It's a dominating bullpen, and he's a big part of it. A lot of times you'll see a bullpen with an 8th inning and a 9th inning guy that dominate late in the game. The Royals are a bullpen that can throw enough guys out there where they can dominate hitters from about the 5th inning on.
Yeah, boy, that really is a key of playing against this Kansas City club. Broken bat roller out to short. Escobar on to first for the out. Into scoring position, Chirinos. He's there with 2 away and back to the top of the order.
Stolen base by Martin brings the infield in. I'm not saying they would have turned a double play because Robinson's ball might have been a base hit anyway. You certainly have a better chance for that ball to find a hole through the infield when the infield is in than you do when they're back. That took away the double play, forced the infield to play in. Bigger hole, ground ball goes through for 2 runs.
Elvis and Leonis chatting with Adrian Beltre.
They're going, aren't you proud of us?
No, you're just doing your job. Delino DeShields takes low for ball 1. DeShields tonight 1 for 2. He had a triple and scored in the first inning. Lined out to short in the 3rd and had a sacrifice bunt in the 5th. So again, right in the middle of things for the Rangers. Delino DeShields fouls that Madsen pitch back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Delino now has hit in the leadoff spot in his last 12 ball games and 13 times overall this season. The last 12, the Rangers, including and not with doing 2 tonight, in the last 11, they're 8-3, and they've got a chance to go to 9-3, and that's when Delino took over that top spot. I don't know what else you could ask of a leadoff man, what Jeff Bannister would ask of a leadoff man, but he's very content with what DeShields is providing him in the club.
I think the only thing more that you could ask is to have someone like Ricky Henderson who hits home runs too.
Yeah.
But as far as the elite speed, who's hitting for average and shows patience and takes a walk at the plate and has the on base percentage, can't ask for much more than he's doing right now. And that every team is looking for that kind of a guy.
3-2.
A patient hitter who sees a lot of pitches, who can drive the ball in the gaps. He's hitting for average, taking a really good share of walks to increase his on base percentage. He's an excellent base stealer. That just adds up to, over a short period of time, you're seeing everything you want to see in a leadoff hitter.
Madsen with the payoff pitch. Call strike 3.
I don't know about that.
He got rung up, down, and away, and Delino caught window shopping. But Rangers score 3 times on 4 hits. Mitch Moreland got it started in that frame with his 6th home run of the year. 4-0 Rangers after 5.5.
appropriate that Robinson Chirinos drives in 2 runs in that inning, because it is Robinson Chirinos' 31st birthday. Bad news, he's away from his family. Good news, he's got another family.
It's fun. I mean, especially when you spend your birthday away from your family and know, like, your second family here in the clubhouse, they know and they're paying attention. So that meant a lot for me.
So it's Robinson Chirinos' birthday, and he delivers the gift of a 2-run single, and the Rangers break this one open just a little bit against the Royals, guys.
Thanks, John. Yeah, let's hope it's the gift that keeps on giving. Just what Robinson and the Rangers would love to have. Omar Infante beginning things here in the bottom of the 6th inning, facing Chichi Gonzalez. Infante 0 for 1, a fly ball to right his first time. Slow topper. It's going to be a tough play for Gonzalez. Good quick throw, and he got him.
Nice play. I didn't think there was any chance he was going to get him on that. That was, if he bunted that ball, you would have said, boy, there's a great bunt.
Yep.
Chichi made the play on him. Nice play.
You know, a big part of that, he's in pretty good position when he finishes his delivery, pretty much on balance.
Yeah.
Has a pretty good line going straight toward home plate, so he's not trying to regroup after falling off toward first after so many guys are.
And just another weakly hit ground ball by the Royals.
Now back to the top of the order, Alcides Escobar, and he takes inside for ball 1.
Nice pitch count, only 73 pitches.
Ball 2.
1 walk today. That was Kane in the first inning. Since that walk, there's only been 1 single. That's the only base runner, Alex Rios.
How about 11 innings of big league work? Your first 11 innings, 4 hits and no runs.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Facetiously, I would say he's probably thinking to himself, this isn't so tough. I can just do this every time.
Well, he pitched well in the minor leagues this year.
Yeah.
43 innings, but he gave up 46 hits. More than a hit per inning. So it's a short sample, and it's not really a meaningful thing, but in that short sample, he's pitched better here than he was there.
Well, you know, we always ask, okay, who has the advantage in the first matchups between hitter and pitcher? And the general consensus is the pitcher does.
Yeah.
So this is his, you know, he does have the advantage, but he's taking advantage of that advantage.
Sure. You know, and when you look at the pitches he's making, they're the kind of pitches, fine. So you see him again, you see him the next time you face him. If he throws the same pitches, you're still going to have a tough time.
Sure.
Because he's not leaving pitches out over the middle of the plate, that's for sure.
No, for him, it all gets back down to command. He can throw you a fastball in 5 different places, and only one of them's hittable.
Yeah.
One right down the middle. And you may pop that one up. 3-2 is the count now to Escobar. Escobar, the #1 man in the Royals order of things. Mike Moustakas, the third baseman, will follow. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. Chichi Gonzalez back to the plate. And he popped it up like that one. Went pretty much in the middle of the plate. Mitch will take care of it for out number 2.
I think that's when he said, okay, you've got a guy who's not a home run hitter. I've got a 4-run lead. I'm not walking him. Here it is. If you can hit it, fine. And he threw a pitch down the middle of the plate, had a little cutting action to it, and you get yourself an out.
And that's the advantage, too, of being able to pitch in this ballpark. I don't know how much Chichi's thought about it, but you know, if you have any doubt in this park, for most hitters, you get behind, you can throw them a fastball up and out over the plate.
That's right.
And say, here, hit your best bolt. And most of them are going to stay in the ballpark.
Yeah, they really don't have hitters who have light tower power, so to speak.
Right.
They've got guys that can hit a home run. Hosmer certainly can. Morales can. Moustakas has got some power. Gordon can hit some home runs, but they're more line drive 18 to 23 home run guys. They don't have those a pounder in the middle of the lineup that's a 35 to 40 home run guy.
We'll go back to the first inning, and key play here. Moustakas, with 1 out in the first inning, tried to stretch a single into a double. And he was initially ruled safe out there at second base by Jim Reynolds. And then upon review, no, he was out.
We talk about how Delino cuts the bases perfectly as a base runner. He used his speed to make that play. He got to the line quickly enough to where he could actually round it off a little bit, catch the ball, and be able to get something on his throw. There's another place where speed comes in. If you don't have that kind of speed, there's no way you can make that play.
Shields drifting over to his left, handles it, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Chichi Gonzalez. Royals out in order. We have finished 6 in Kansas City. It's the Rangers 4 and the Royals nothing. Started in the first inning. The liner to Shields got one by Lorenzo Cain for a 3-bagger and immediately came home to score on the out. And then in the 6th, Mitch Moreland in our sonic slam inning crushed one into the bleachers, make it 2-0. And then on his 31st birthday, Robinson Chirinos, a 2-run single to cap off a 3-run 6. The Rangers leading it behind that man, Alex Chichi Gonzalez, by a 4-0 count. Gonzalez again shutting out an opposition on only 2 hits, this time through 6 complete. Last time it was the Red Sox through 5 2/3 in his debut. Tonight, even better and even more impressive. Well, Franklin Morales, the 31-year-old left-hander, coming out of the Royals bullpen now to take over here in the 7th. He'll face Chu, Fielder, and Moreland, the 3 left-handers for the Rangers. Chu 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of ground outs and a fly ball to center. Oh and 1. Morales had a good fastball, and he threw it right on by Chu. Morales will go the sinking fastball and also a cut fastball, move it away from left-hander. Got good velocity. Called strike 3, and Chu knew it. Right on the outside corner. And Morales has the strikeout of the first man he faces.
Morales is the only lefty in Kansas City's bullpen. If you're going to use your lefty, this would be a pretty good time to use it. 4 straight left-hand hitters are scheduled to hit. I guess if you're the Rangers, you hope he throws about 28 pitches, so he's not available tomorrow to come in against lefties.
Prince Fielder, boy, he had a ripping one there. I think he'd like to have a do-over on that. Up a little bit, stayed on the plate, and fouled it straight back. He's probably had a few of those pitches in that area leave the ballpark when he swung at him. Next pitch outside from Morales. Fielder 3 out of 9 in his career against Franklin Morales with 2 home runs. That ball is hit high and deep to center field, but it's going to stay in the ballpark. Lorenzo Cain drifting over makes the grab. Prince didn't miss by very much of hitting that ball in the fountain. 2 out.
That's a pitch he's been killing this year too, that hanging breaking ball.
So now Morales will face Mitch Moreland. Mitch 2 for 2 with a walk and a home run tonight. Last time up, Moreland got a 3-1 pitch from Edinson Volquez and hit it 394 feet to left field. And since it's only 387 to the wall, it left the ballpark. That for Mitch, his 6th home run of the year and his 20th RBI. Up the middle. Oh, Morales reaching down behind him makes the play. And that will be on Fox Sports 1 a little bit later on. Wow. Rangers gone, and we will take the stretch in Kansas City. 4-0 Rangers. All-Star Game ballot right now. Visit TexasRangers.com/vote and vote for the Rangers as your favorite or second favorite team, and you'll get an offer for 50% off select games in August or September. Head to the web and send Beltre and Fielder to the All-Star Game. First pitch by Chichi Gonzalez here in the 7th inning. The breaking ball to the outside corner to Lorenzo Cain.
There just are not many pitches near the center of the plate. They're darting one way or the other and catching the corners. Another one.
Going up the ladder, he comes down with a rebound and throws on to first.
And when you're getting the calls on those pitches down and around the bottom of the strike zone and on the corners, then the hitter has to swing at them. And Cain swung at the pitch that was called a strike on the pitch before. That's about all you could do with it.
So 1 away. Chichi Gonzalez still only 85 pitches with 1 out here in the 7th inning. Eric Hosmer has not found a way to solve Gonzalez tonight. He has struck out both times that he's faced him in a similar pitch that Gonzalez just threw to him. Oh, 1. A bunt. Gonzalez will barehand it, throw wide, and Hosmer is safe. They're going to rule that a base hit for Hosmer. Just the third hit of the night given up by Gonzalez.
Well, I think that tells you what Hosmer's thinking at the plate. Number one, they're down by 4 runs. He's looking for a base runner. But I think as much as anything, he struck out twice against him and just doesn't feel comfortable. He's got pretty good speed for a big guy and a first baseman. But if Chichi makes the same play he made on the last one down in that area, he probably has a chance to get him. This play by Mitch.
Yeah, it was. That kept that ball from going forever down the right field line. I think Chichi Gonzalez probably a little upset with himself that he didn't make that play. And judging from what his reaction was to the wide throw. Joey Gallo out talking to him, and we're going to get a review.
Oh, it didn't look like Mitch could have stayed on the bag, but he must have come close.
Well, the Rangers won a challenge earlier back in the first inning on the Mike Moustakas play at second base.
If they win this challenge, if Mitch kept his foot on the bag, that would be one of the best plays by a first baseman I've ever seen.
Well,
are they saying it's out of the baseline by the runner?
I don't think that's a challengeable play.
Oh, okay.
Unless the ball hit him.
He's way in on the grass when he threw that ball.
Yeah.
And look at that. I would have thought he was 2 feet off the bag when he caught that ball.
I would too.
If it looks like he's on the bag, that'll be one of the best plays by a first baseman I've ever seen. To pick that bad throw on a hop and keep your foot on the bag, it's like miraculous.
That's Houdini. Boy, and it's
oh boy, that was close. Didn't get the call, but when you saw that play, did you even think that he would even look at a review?
That's why I was so stunned when they were stalling for something.
That's why I'm trying to think of something that could have happened other than keep your foot on the bag, because there's no way he kept his foot on the bag.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So
just goes to show you how your eyes can play tricks on you.
So the third hit of the night against Chichi Gonzalez. Now 1 on, 1 out, and Kendrys Morales, who twice has grounded out to second. 1 ball, no strikes. One more shot at that. And you see, I can understand why Joey Probinski would have said, hey, it's worth a shot.
I think if they called him out and they showed the replay, it would have, it would have been not been conclusive that he didn't have his foot on the bag.
Yeah, whatever the call was going to stand that way. I think you're right. But yeah, I'm with you. My naked eye said, no, there's no way in the world.
I would have thought he's at least a foot from the bag.
In the dirt, nice stop by Robinson Chirinos. 2-1. We understand that call was confirmed.
Okay.
So the replay official back in New York said, no, there was clear and convincing video evidence that the call was correct.
Look closer than clear and convincing to me.
Now the 2-1 is coming. 3 balls and a strike.
Chichi's getting into the 90 to 100 pitch range. 91st pitch right there.
Now Gonzalez was kept to right around 100 pitches at the minor league level this year. And ball 4, he lost him. Now that's the second walk of the game, the first since the first inning. And that puts 2 men aboard for Alex Gordon, and it's going to bring Mike Maddox out of the Ranger dugout. Well, Chichi Gonzalez, 92 pitches under his belt here this evening. He has had a quality 6 1/3 innings of work tonight. 2 walks, 3 hits, and that has been it. He has shut out the Royals. And this is the first time that Kansas City has had a runner in scoring position tonight. Moustakas was in scoring position until the replay challenge in the first inning that erased him from second. And that will take us to our Ford leaderboard. How about with runners in scoring position? The Kansas City Royals still leading the American League at 302, although that has gone down a little bit. This is their first at bat with runners in scoring position tonight. That runners in scoring position figure has gone down over the last couple of weeks for Kansas City. Offense tailing off a bit. Well, Alex Gordon steps in. Gordon with 25 RBI this year. 0 for 2 tonight. Hitting .258. Hosmer at second base. Morales at first. And a double play ground ball comes up. What a great play by Hanser Alberto to give the feed to Elvis Andrus. Well, you talk about quick reactions.
Wow.
The minor league Gold Glove winner from last year showing you why he got that accolade. A great double play to end the threat in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. On to the 8th. 4-0 Rangers. Got the weekend here in Kansas City, an off day Monday. Rangers going out to Oakland to take on the A's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then it's back home to take on the Twins the following weekend. And the Rangers playing well on the road. They come in at 17-11, second best record in the major leagues, and they'll have the job that Chichi Gonzalez has done with a little help from his friends.
That ball took a big hop right at the end. One of those kind of hops that could kick off your shoulder. But Hanser did a beautiful job of making sure that ball stayed within his reach and turned it. Chichi's pumped. When you get a lot of ground balls, you're in a position to get that double play.
Now the Rangers coming to bat here in the top of the 8th inning. And Luke Hochevar, the new pitcher for Kansas City, on to face Joey Gallo. That is the first double play that Alex Gordon has grounded into this year in 34 chances. Gallo chops it foul to even the count at 1-1. Hochevar, just his 8th appearance. The 31-year-old out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and opponents hitting .393 against him. Battled some injury problems a little bit earlier. 1-1 to Gallo. 1-2. Joey tonight struck out 3 times. All against Edinson Volquez. Tried the breaking ball and just missed the inside corner. 2-2. Saw that pitch tracker where the previous pitches were. All of them up and in to Gallo until they went to the breaking ball. And I think you're going to see a pattern like that. I think once guys at the big league level find out you're vulnerable there, they can set up breaking balls by staying up there. And until Joey either disciplines himself to lay off that pitch, not swing at the high inside fastball, or finds a way to fight it off for a base hit, he's going to continue to get worked right there. Still 2-2. Call, strike 3. Now Gallo with his 4th strikeout of the night, his 3rd, and looking at the 3rd strike. Now Elvis Andrus coming up. Let's send it back to Aaron Hardigan with the Mazda game break. All right, Aaron, thank you. Well, the Rangers began play at 5.5 games behind the Astros. Elvis, a little looper into center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Gets away from Kane, but not far enough to give Elvis any ideas about moving on into second. But Elvis with his 2nd straight hit. On at first with 1 out. Leonis Martin coming up.
Got jammed just enough so that the ball dropped in front of Kane.
You know, Tommy, you're talking about the pitches that Joey Gallo has seen now that he hasn't seen in AAA. He's also seen some location with the fastballs that he didn't see as consistently in the minor leagues. That's, to me, that's the biggest difference. There goes Elvis, and he is going to swipe a bag.
Well, they can't stop the Rangers from running tonight.
No. But to me, that's the biggest difference between AAA and the big leagues is you have pitchers at the big league level that when they want to go up and into a hitter, they get it up there and in. Keep it there.
That's definitely a big difference, the ability to exploit weaknesses or perceived weaknesses.
No, Elvis with his 8th stolen base of the season, his 2nd tonight. He's in scoring position for Martin. 1-0 pitch. That bat is shattered. Hochevar covering first, gets the feed from Hosmer. The bat out there about 5 feet onto the outfield or onto the infield dirt. 2 gone with Elvis now at 3rd base, and Robinson Chirinos will come up. Leonis back to the dugout. 1 for 3. And Robinson Chirinos 1 for 3. Steps in. Chirinos had the big 2-run single his last time up. Looked like he's swinging underwater.
I'd like to see where that ball would have gone if he hit it. It looked like a practice swing. Whoops. That's what I think he figured he couldn't check his swing anyway, so rather than take a chance on hurting the wrist, he just followed through.
You think he'll hear about that from Adrian?
Adrian liked it.
A little chopper foul. And Elvis makes the play. You think Chirinos will hear about that from Adrian when he gets back in after the ball game?
Probably.
Yeah. Just a little question reminder. Like,
well, you know,
what were you doing?
That's when you want to get on a guy. If the Rangers hang on and win, Robbins has got a 2-run single, so he's feeling pretty good.
Sure. Since his birthday.
Not like he's had a bad night.
Got him swinging. Oche were able to get a couple of strikeouts. Elvis with a base hit, a stolen base, but he is left stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th here in Kansas City. It's the Rangers 4, the Royals nothing. Or access a great seating inventory for the upcoming series, June 12th through the 14th. The Treasure Chest has the limited time offer of pay today. For June 12th, you'll pay just $12. For June 13th, pay $13. And for June 14th, you pay $14. Head to TexasRangers.com/treasure chest to buy, but hurry up because this offer expires at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Chichi Gonzalez back out to work the 8th inning. He will deal to the bottom third of the Royals order. Alex Rios 1 for 2, singled his last time up. 0-1. 94 pitches for the 23-year-old right-hander. Chichi, born and raised in Florida. Mentioned went to Oral Roberts University. 23rd overall pick by the Rangers back in the 2013 draft. So just 2 years removed from Oral Roberts. Popped up. Angling out and making the call. Hands are Alberto. One gone.
Well, it's this one inning. If he finishes the 8th inning, that's one inning the bullpen doesn't have to throw. And bullpen has been worked hard. Hasn't been much that Jeff Bannister can do about it. Yesterday's game went 11 innings. So right now, every extra inning is big bonus because it's one inning the bullpen doesn't have to throw.
And the pitch count inning by inning. The 4th inning at 22. That's the only one that has been over 20. Really, the 4th and the 1st, only ones that are even slightly out of whack.
I think in that 22 pitch inning, that was the one where Moustakas had 11 pitches at bat, wasn't it?
Yeah, to start it off. And Moustakas had that at bat, and then Morales had a long at bat before he drew the walk. Salvador Perez takes a strike. It's 1-1. Perez is flied out and grounded into a fielder's choice. And he pops this one up. Rim of the outfield grass. Elvis right next to Alberto. Out number 2. Elvis kind of marking his territory out there. So it's all right. We'll get together.
Well, Elvis can really take charge now without Adrian out there.
Yeah.
He's got a rookie on his left and a rookie on his right.
Omar Infante 0 for 2. And strike one is poured in by Chichi Gonzalez. That was his 100th pitch of the night. Infante, a fly ball to right. And then a little tapper right down the third base line that Gonzalez bounced off the mound and threw him out. One delivery. Skied to right center. Martin and Chu converging. Well, once Martin makes the catch, it is a very quick and easy 1-2-3 inning for Chichi Gonzalez. We have completed 8. Rangers leading 4-0 on Fox Sports Southwest.
To win its 18th road game already, and the road wins have come in bunches on the last few road trips. There's another opportunity to win a road game tomorrow too, and you can check that one out on our brother Fox Sports 1, as Delino DeShields will likely be leading things off for the Rangers, and Jeff Bannister again tomorrow. Look at his numbers against Kansas City this season. AT&T Uverse reminds us tomorrow's game is on Fox Sports 1. You can catch it beginning at 1 o'clock on FS1. Guys, back up to you.
All right, John, thank you. Well, the Rangers come to bat here in the top of the 9th inning. Joe Blanton, veteran right-hander, has taken the mound. He becomes the 5th pitcher used tonight by Ned Yost. Hanser Alberto leading things off, and Blanton misses low and outside for ball 1. Blanton appearing in just his 5th ball game in a Royals uniform. Bunt attempt is fouled back. Alberto 0 for 3 tonight. Reached on an error back in the 5th inning. Hit to right field, hit pretty well. Gerard Dyson, the defensive replacement for Alex Rios, retreats to make the grab. That is out number 1. And before we go back to the top of the order in Delino DeShields, let's send it back to Aaron Hardigan, who's going to preview Rangers Live for us. Aaron. All right, Aaron, thank you. Delino DeShields 1 for 3 tonight. 292 the average. Good slider from Blanton. Chopper over the mound. Escobar on to Hosmer. 2 gone. A sellout crowd here in Kansas City, and apparently this whole weekend is sold out, and they've seen a dandy from Chichi Gonzalez tonight. Not what Royals fans were looking for, but it's certainly what the Rangers were looking for. And Chichi, no support in the bullpen as far as guys warming up, so he may be going out for that 9th inning.
There have been guys throwing, but they're not throwing now. Be a good game to win too. Angels lost. Astros lost. A's lost. Not sure about Seattle. Maybe they play later.
They are playing right now, as a matter of fact. Fastball to Shin-Soo Choo is in for strike one. Crowd of 38,159. Sorry, Tom.
No, I was just going to say, a lot of people will say, oh, you shouldn't watch the scoreboard. It's way too early in the season. I don't know how you can read the paper without at least checking to see who won and who lost and where you stand. I check it every day. I suspect that a lot of people that say they aren't being totally truthful.
I think so.
There may be some that don't care early in the year and don't follow it, but I don't know how you can not. You have to go out of your way not to follow it.
Hosmer to Blanton covering, and the Rangers go down in order. So we are going to the bottom of the ninth, and it may be in the hands of Chichi Gonzalez as he looks for the complete game shutout. Power player of the game, none other than Chichi Gonzalez tonight. Well, he has been outstanding. He has handcuffed the Royals through 8 innings on just 3 hits. Got Hosmer a couple of times swinging, and you look at a 23-year-old that has been able to go out in his second major league start, 102 pitches in 8 innings, just 3 hits, and he's out there for more. And dealing to the top of the order, Alcides Escobar.
And it's against a veteran proven lineup too.
Escobar takes a little bit off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Escobar tonight, a couple of flyouts and a pop out. Yeah, this is not even if the Royals aren't scoring the way they were earlier in the ballgame, this is still a very solid major league lineup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Line drive to right. Choo right there, staying low to stay out of the lights. That is out number 1. Well, the Rangers have not had a complete game this year. And Chichi Gonzalez vying to not only have the first complete game, but the first complete game shutout by a Ranger pitcher this year.
So he might throw a few more pitches than normal, but the Rangers have an off day on Monday, so he'll have an extra day off between starts. And it's not like he's had a huge workload early in the game. He spread the pitches out pretty well. Even his longest inning, 22 pitches, is not an alarming inning.
I guess Moustakas jammed him with that pitch. And the way that's spread out throughout the ball game, there's nothing at all worrisome about that pitch count.
Especially after the fourth inning.
Right.
14 pitches is the most pitches in any one inning since the fourth.
2 balls and a strike. Yeah, what you would look at, instead of looking at the pitch count, this is when you start looking at how he's throwing the baseball. You know, is he on balance still? And is his command as sharp? Does he look like he is struggling at all? And the answer is no. He's not struggling. He got a good changeup that he just dropped in for a strike. 2-2. And John Tolleson out there ready if they need him. Hard hit ball, but Moreland there loves it. He will win the race to the bag. 2 out here in the 9th inning. Chichi Gonzalez trying to set his name down in the Ranger record books, and what a way it would be for him to complete his 2nd game at the major league level.
You get your only complete game of the first 2 months of the season by a guy that wasn't even on the roster at the start, wasn't even in the rotation at the start of the year. That's pretty good too.
Breaking ball's a little bit low to Lorenzo Cain. This is already a new career high professionally for Chichi Gonzalez. As far as innings worked, the most he had worked before was 8 innings in a ball game. And against Frederick, and that was in May of last year. That was an A-ball. The 2-0 pitch is coming. Right down through there.
One thing he seems to have the knack of is when you look at the count and you say he needs to throw a strike right here, he generally does.
Yeah. And it's not always with a particular pitch. He's been able to throw a couple of them. That's a bit outside. 3 balls and a strike.
We'll see if he can do it again. Here's a spot where you say 3-1. All right, to stay in this game and get a complete game, you better throw a strike right here. You need to throw a strike. See if he can do it.
Pitch number 116. Ground ball to short. Elvis on across the diamond, and that is a winner. And Chichi Gonzalez with a complete game, 3-hit shutout in just his 2nd major league game. Well, you talk about a performance for the ages. This is one of the best pitching performances the Rangers have had in the last couple of years. Chichi Gonzalez, 116 pitch, 3-hit shutout, complete game. And he sends the Royals to their 3rd shutout of the year. And the Rangers have won their 18th ball game in 29 road decisions. They are 18-11. They now are within 4.5 games of the Houston Astros, and all of a sudden 2nd place belongs solely to your Texas Rangers. The Chichi Gonzalez, the story of tonight. Boy, he and the birthday boy Robinson Chirinos teaming up to spin a dandy.
Well, you throw that last game, your first game, 5 2/3 shutout innings, give up only 2 hits, and you say, man, what can he do for an encore? He comes out and goes 9 and shuts him out.
Apparently that's the answer he had in mind for that question.
All right, what can he do next time?
Well, I can hardly wait. Chichi Gonzalez, just a couple of years removed from Oral Roberts University. And what a performance for that young man here tonight. The native Floridian, a 3-hit shutout against Kansas City, and here's how it ended. Having to throw a strike on that 3-1 pitch to Kane, probably to stay in the ball game.
Yep, I think he did.
And Chichi said, yeah, that's what I was looking for. His first professional complete game. And Mike Maddox, and yeah, that's the young man that we can pin a lot of hopes on Well, let's head down to the field. John Radigan standing by with the man of the hour.
Yeah, the man of the hour indeed, Chichi Gonzalez. We were wondering after that great debut you had, what do you do for an encore? I guess this is it.
Yeah, I guess so. On the road, man, it's awesome that I got to do it on the road. Pitch well. I mean, all I wanted to do, inning at a time. I gave up the hit, then I want to throw a shutout. If I give up a run, I want to give up only one run. But it was awesome. It was fun. Chirino's birthday.
Yeah.
I know he called a hell of a game, a great game. It was great, man.
Yeah, obviously you only had one inning where you even had over 20 pitches. You had the one where you had 22. You really didn't labor much in this game.
Yeah, that's what I tried to focus on from last start. Chirinos and I, bullpen day, we were, focused on throwing a lot of strikes. And